we're looking at question 1. It says a manufacturer sells 3 products, A, B, and C, through outlets of 2 shopping centres, East Town and Knoxland. The number of units of each product sold per month through each shop is given in the matrix Q. So we see we've got Q matrix there. Now, first of all, it says write down the order of Q. So remember, order is rows and columns. So what would this one be? It will be a 2 by 3. Really good. There's, you've got 1 mark in year 12. Beautiful. All right. It says the matrix P below gives the selling price in dollars of products A, B, and C. So there's P. What's the order of P? Is 3 by 1. Yeah, 3 rows, 1 column. Now, it says in the question here, it says evaluate matrix M, where they're saying M is Q times P. So this is this is an exam, so year 12 exam. So when you're asked to multiply like that, you just have to show the answer. So the best bet is to go do it on the calculator. So I'm going to go do that with you. Evaluated that, we've popped it in our calculator, and we've got that this is 1, 4, 5, 9, 7, 8, and this one is 1, 7, 1, 8, 4, 8.50. Okay, because it's I'll just put that. So then the next question is, it says what does this information in the does the elements of matrix M provide? So what I want you to look up here, if you look up here up the top, Q's, the rows are actually the shops, aren't they? The shops, it's E and N, the Knoxland and Eastland or whatever it is, East Town, okay? So if you look at that, that's what this is. So remember when we found out this is an order of a 2 by 3, a 2 by 1, okay? So what we did is we actually took the rows of that first one. So that means that that's the rows of these. So those rows represent East Town and Knoxland. Now we took the column of this one, which was the money, how much each product costs. So what do you think, so this column is a money column. So what do you think that does that, do the elements represent? So they're asking, what does this number represent? What is it? Have a guess. So that's right. So this element, so we might say element, I'm going to say row 1, column 1, equals the total amount earned by East Town, yeah? Selling those things. And then and you might say M21 equals total amount earned by Knoxtown, selling those Knoxland, selling those products. That's exactly right. So can you see how sometimes it's hard to understand what you multiply them, and you can do it on your calculator, no problem. So we get that mark easy. But then they say, why did we do that? So it's often easier to go back and see what were the rows that we have now. So they were the shopping centres, and what was the column? The column was talking about money, and then it makes it easier for you to interpret what it is. Now, they've asked over here, this is the final question. It says, explain why matrix P cannot, and times by matrix Q is not defined. So if I was just quickly looking at it, P is a 3 by 1 and Q is a 2 by 3. Now you must write it out like this. So it's not defined because of they're not equaling. You can't write that. You have to say it in words. So we have to say, why is it not defined? We're going to say because the number of the number of columns in matrix P does not equal the number of rows in matrix Q. Okay, so I have explained that that's not equal. You can't do that symbol like we do to test. You have to write it out like that. You have to say the number of columns in matrix, the first matrix, does not equal the number of rows in the second. And this time I just used the letters they gave me. So really important. It comes up in your test for you guys. It'll come up in your exam in semester 1, and it will come up in your year 12. So you need to make sure, if you do not, you've got this blurb is written in your notes. I showed you it. So make sure you write that bit. And here is taken from the year 12, the VCAR. They're the governing body who mark all the exams. And once they mark the exams, they give you a little tip on where people made mistakes. And they said it's crucial. Students need to be able to articulate why two matrices may not be conformable for multiplication. That's what we just said there. We've done that, so you can do that. Okay? You can't just, it says many students illustrated poor understanding of the need for the number of columns in the first matrix to be the same as the number of rows in the second. Some students simply said no, and that the second number in the first matrix has to equal the first number. So that's what we say when we're quickly working it out. But that's not how you can articulate what you need to, all right? All right, so in this question, there are two rides called the Big Dipper and the Terror Train at a carnival. The cost in dollars for children to ride each ride is shown below. 6 children ride once only on the Big Dipper and once only on the Terror Train. The total cost of rides in dollars for these 6 children can be determined by which of the following calculations. So what they want, you have to look for what they want. So at the end, they want a total cost for rides in dollars. So can you see that would be essentially one answer? Wouldn't it? It'd be just one number. So if we want just one number in matrix form, we need to have just one element like that. So we need a 1 by 1. Yeah? So if you look at it, we've got the cost. So here, these are the costs, and we actually want to multiply, 6 ride the Big Dipper. So I want to multiply that by 6. And 1, and what are they? 6 children ride the Big Dipper and once only on the Terror Train. Okay, so, and then we want to do, they both go. So then they're both doing 6, yeah? We have to pay 6 tickets for each. All right, so that's what we want, and we want to add them together. So if you look, we've got to try and find this setup in matrices. So if you look here, this is a 1 by 1 with a 1 by 2. What would its answer be? If you're just looking at it from a matrix point of view, wouldn't it have an answer of a 1 by 2? Yeah, so he's out. Then that's not what I want. So if I look at this one down here, this is a 1 by 2 and a 1 by 2. Can it be done? No, you can't even multiply that. So that one's out. All right, let's have a look here. We've got a 2 by 1 with a 1 by 2. Now, it can be done, but what's my answer going to be? And is that what I want? No, so it's out. So I'll look over here. I'm going to go maybe to this one. This is a 1 by 2 and a 2 by 1. What does it give me? A 1 by 1. So this is looking good. So if I have a little look, I would go run and dive. So this answer, when I would be working it out, it would be 6 times 7 plus 6 times 8. Is that what? Oh, there must have been 8. Was there 8? I'm not reading it. Oh. There's 6 children. What? Yep, so 6 times 8, so there we get the rides, and that gives us the total cost, doesn't it? Yeah? So this is my answer. So can you see, I didn't even really you could multiply it out, but it would have, if you were testing all of them on your calc to see if you could get the answer you needed, it would take a lot longer than what we did there. It will, all right? So the more you know, the quicker you're going to be. So question 4, the table below shows the number of each type of coins saved in a money box. So here you've got 15 5 cents, you've got 32 10-cent pieces, and so on. The matrix product that displays the total number of coins and the total value of these coins. So for really, I want 2 answers, don't I? I want total number of coins and I want total value in the money box. So just total money. Okay, so I need I need 2 elements, don't I? So I definitely need either a 2 by 1 or maybe a 1 by 2. That will give me 2 answers, won't it? Yeah? So let's go have a look and see what we can find first. So if I look here, this is a 1 by 4 and a 4 by 1. It can be multiplied, but what's it going to give me? A 1 by 1. I don't want that. I need 2 answers, don't I? I need that. So I'll get rid of that, and that's no good. So if there was another one of them, which there is, see how I'm in another one of those orders? I got rid of that. I'm not even going to test it. I know it's not going to give me what I want. So here I'm doing a 1 by 4 and a 4 by 2. This will work, won't it, in terms of multiplying? And it gives me a 1 by 2. So it might give me what I want. So what I need to do is have a quick look. So what I'm going to do is I'm numbering. These look like the value of the cents. And then what I would do is run and dive. This would be my first answer. So really what I'd be doing is adding up 5, 10, 20. I don't want to add those numbers up. They're not what I want to add up. So this one's out. But if you did this 5 times 15, this scenario, doing that by that is okay. We do want that. But this one, it's not working because it's not giving me the total number of coins. So let's go look at something else. So what about this one? This is a 2 by 4 and a 4 by 1. That's going to work, but once again, it's going to be a 2 by 1. It's not going to, it's this one I don't like. It's just adding up the names of the coins. That's not what I want. But this scenario is okay. So what about here? This adds up how many we have. And then if I times them by 1, that would add them all up. Then here, if I do this is how many I have by the value of they are. This is going to be the answer. Can you see that? If you times that one, this will be the answer. It'll give you what you want. And you'll end up with a 1 by 2. So that. This one's a little bit harder, but I'm just showing you what you need to know in year 12. All right?